Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me for another one-man review. This book just came out in this last week. I saw it on. I just checked Diamond's previews, world new releases every week, and see if anything looks interesting. The cover on this caught my eye. Went and searched online just to see what the art looks like. The art looked really good. So I got it just on a whim to see if it was any good. Ciguatera by Minoru Furuya. I don't know. You're gonna have to excuse my pronunciation. It's by Kodansha. Um, so I got this just to see if it was a series I would like, and I do like it. I would definitely be getting the rest of these books. I'm curious to see where it goes from here. There's a couple more volumes, and the story evolves in a. I don't know. I feel like it's going somewhere unexpected, but I'm not sure. The story is pretty much about Yusuke Ogino. This character here, he's being sat on, he's being bullied, and it starts out with his friend Tako Takei. Uh, Again, excuse my pronunciation. They're being bullied. They're both interested in motorbikes, and they're working on getting their licenses to have like a motorcycle. That's where it starts. And there's this bully that's picking on them, and his girlfriend's kind of involved in the bullying, and so it starts there. And immediately I started noticing that it's got that typical like manipulated photograph background. But they do it so well. I really like it. I actually really like this look in the manga that they do. I like the reality it brings, and then the expressions that he puts on his characters are really good. Um, so this is a situation where he's run into this girl that we're showing off some nudity there. For how sexual the book is, there's really not much nudity. Anyways, he's run into this gal here who's kind of like has a bad reputation at school for being kind of crazy and loose, and she's decided that small guys like Ogino must have large dicks, and so she wants to see it, and she's trying to get after him. It's mostly a story about a young man dealing, with not being good with women and having his first girlfriend and all of that. And that's why I thought it was an exaggerated version of things that feels 100% real. Like this is what goes on, or what for me went on, as a young man uncomfortable with women, and then like ramp it up to 100. But I just love the expressions here and the way he draws the characters. The emotional resonance of it all is great. So here his bully, he's got this gal at his motorcycle class that he has a crush on, and his bully had drawn this onto his face, and he's been wearing a face mask to hide it. Uh, and then it comes off right when her and her friend come over. She has a friend that's already kind of been telling him that she might like him, and he doesn't really believe it. And so this scene where they come up and talk to him in the restaurant for the first time is hilarious, and you can see like the tortured experience. And he goes home and is just like grabbing on his pillow, and he's like, "Oh my God, I talked to her. Oh, I actually talked to her," and all of that. It's really hyperbolic, but like I said, it feels real too. What was I talking about? Oh, the stupid thing, you moron. Why would you say something like that? Moments like this, I think, are so well drawn. This is where her friend is saying, "Hey, you know that girl? Like, I think she likes you." This expression of him, like, trying to keep a calm face, like, but his neck is, like, super tensed up. But he's trying to keep this blank, like, I'm not interested. I have no reaction to this expression. And so he's overly underreacting. That's so It's so good, so well drawn. Um, Here he's got her phone number. The friend has given him his crush's phone number, and he's freaking out. There's no way a girl that good looking could like me. There's no way. It's clearly just a trap. You better destroy it. And again, just all of the physical contortions he goes through in the acting, I think, are really hilarious. Here's another really great set of pages about him trying to get up the gumption to call her. The story unfolds very slowly, typical manga, like decompressed storytelling, but there's so much of this in it that I totally think it's worth it. And then now he's called her, and they're going to be going. They're friends now, and you can see the birds are chirping and good morning birds, good morning kids. He's feeling good, and then immediately like mentally falls apart again. Goes back to getting picked on by his bully. Here's some more, like they're getting ready to meet for their first date, and his inner dialogue is, I'm not going to freak out today. I spent the last 2 days preparing myself like a new hire at UPS, and he's got like a poster on his wall. No wussing out. Keep your head up. Like stand up straight. Speak loudly and clearly. He's trying to hype himself up. All of that's the thing I like is the interior dialogues that he has with himself. While like total freak out on the inside while he's trying to remain calm on the outside. That feels really accurate to me. This scene is hilarious, super awkward. They're out on their first date, and they're like really far apart on the bench, and he's like trying to get closer to her. And then you go into his mental state. Holy shit, I'm freaking out even worse than before. I'm so afraid I'm gonna do something that's gonna make me hate her. No, you can't. You can't. You need to be assertive. She's not gonna like you if you're nervous. And then like looks up and sees her face, and it just like whatever. He's in the moment. But he just says something that's something sexual in Japanese. Just blurts it out. His face here is so crazy, and he's always blushing, and and she's just like calmly going along. The other thing that I really like, well, maybe it's bad, I don't know, but something that I like about this is it's totally from the male's perspective. Maybe it would be good to have an acknowledgement that there's some of that going on in her head as well. I think that's the book fails to see that, or it's about a character who's failing to see that. He's failing to see the nerves that she has too. She's a shy person, and yeah, I mean, I remember as a young man, I never thought that. I never thought there was any nerves on the other side. So it's fun to see all that. But there's a weird, odd. I mean, maybe it's just the expressions that he draws, or there's something else here. He's gone to the flowers. It's so strange. There's something so strange underneath it all. It almost feels like a horror comic, but it's not. It's just a relationship book as far as I can tell. Here he is. He's now, they've been dating a month, and they haven't kissed yet, and so he's trying to psych himself up to kiss her. And again, feeling like if he's not aggressive, but like if he doesn't kind of show his confidence at some point and make the move, that she's gonna lose interest. So he's trying to psych himself up to kiss her. And then when they finally get, she comes over, and they're finally alone in his room, and she's kind of awkward too, and they show it, but again, not inside of her head, and she's trying to reach out and make it a little easier for him. And then he's worked himself up into this state of like, okay, you need to be assertive. That's the word I was looking for. He needs to be assertive, not aggressive. That he becomes too aggressive and immediately unsnaps her bra. This I found really interesting. This looked like all of a sudden Barry Windsor Smith jumped into the book. This looks exactly like effects that are in Monsters and Solar, Man of Adam. I don't know where this artist picked up this Barry Windsor Smith showing up in manga all of a sudden. But it's interesting. It represents like his horny state, I think. He calls it red alert. And then it's like, oh my god, I went too far, and he freaks out, and it's like, now I gotta scale it back, but oh my god, I want to feel your body. Um, so yeah, that's what the book is. I really do feel like it in the next two volumes it's gonna go. There's something underneath all of this that's unsettling. I can't point to any sequence or anything exactly. Maybe it's just gonna continue to be this, but I feel like there's some extra juice in this story that I haven't seen yet, or something's gonna happen with the bully. He's definitely, as he got obsessed with this girl, his interest in bikes and his friend in the beginning start to diminish. That those things come back in, like they do go on a bike trip, and he does have interactions with his friends still. So um, I don't know. It just seems like there's something extra to this. But even if it is just a straight like, dark comedy romance, I'm sold on it. There's at least two more volumes coming out that I've pre-ordered. Really great art, and like you've seen, the work on the expressions. I think that alone for cartoonists is just worth looking at. So highly recommend this book. It's really fun. I hope you all enjoy it. Thanks for following along. Take it away, Jack.